Welcome to Valley Boys TCG, CK here, and we're continuing my run at this Store Champs where I'm running Alphamon. Now, it didn't go so good for us in the first round. We lost to a War Greymon deck, and War Greymon is tough. So here we're going to try to get it back. We're going against a Mastemon here in round 2, and you see the Ignitemon into the Devimon. You know, he's got the little level 4 Angels package here. And we just start off with the Sunarisamon and then a Cool Boy to grab the Daruga. Cool Boy being a very vital piece to any Alphamon deck, as it searches every piece in the deck, essentially, other than that Sunarisa and Raising, but we have a good setup here. So we just passed 2, going into that Daruga and Raising. He's trying to decide whether he wants to go full aggro or not. He goes ahead and swings in and survives, just it's a Yuji. So he goes into the Lady Devimon here, letting him draw 2 and trash 2, trashing a Gazi and memory boost. Okay. So we promote up. Yuji lets us gain the memory and draw a card. And if we've got the Dex Daruga here, we've got a nice play, and we do so, we'll be able to toss something. Also, Evo for free, that'll automatically gain us the blocker and retaliation. And then we'll toss something. Looks like we're tossing an Alpha to gain a memory, then tapping Cool Boy, gain another memory. And this is why Cool Boy and Alphamon is just so busted. We started off with 2, we went up the ladder, and now we're at 4 memory, letting us do shenanigans here. Looks like we have the right Doru Gray for security, and adding, I think that's the Oryu. I think we added an Oryu. And I'm assuming we had more than one Alphamon in hand for us to go ahead and toss the Alphamon. Because really we should have tossed an Oryu. We probably just top decked it. So here we go into the Dexter Gray. Tossing. Okay, tossing a Daru. So now we should gain 1 back, making that a free Evo after all. And so we've got a few things going for us. Unfortunately, he Evo'd up to level 5, so we couldn't pop the level 4 on board. There was no level 4 to pop. And I'm guessing we don't have Alphamon in hand, or feels like tossing that Alphamon is probably a mistake if we don't have it. Nope, there it is. That's the other Alphamon that lets us de-digivolve one, so that's interesting. Okay, so we'll de-digivolve him, and it'll lock him at 2 memory. So that's actually pretty good, because he's forced to either attack with the level 4 or Evo and pass turn. So we have a pretty good stack here, and we are protected thanks to the Doru Gray. Got some protection effects for the turn, so we're feeling okay, and he doesn't have a yellow on board yet for him to be able to Chaos Dag us. So we're sitting in an okay situation. He would need to drop something to get a yellow source to Chaos Dag, and with 2 memory, it's very unlikely that he'd be able to drop something yellow and keep turn. And so here we go. He's forced to go into the Anjiwomon. He gets the Mastemon out, so he's setting up for his turn, and then resetting his security. So now we gotta. I think we already have the Oryuken in hand, which is really gonna do some damage here, because we're gonna basically destroy the only stack he has. And yep, there's the Oryuken for 3. It'll blow up his Anjiwomon, and then we'll start putting sources to the bottom of the deck that we don't need. I think we're going to stick with 4 memory there. Yeah, we're sending 4 to the bottom of the deck to gain back 4 memory, give us 2. I'm sure there's something else we could have probably tossed to gain a little bit more back, but that's fine. So we'll swing. We're actually checking for 3 checks here. Doru Gray inherited, and the Sunarisamon is in the stack. So that's 3 checks. Very, very strong. We go ahead and Evo and Raising just to have something, and then we go ahead and should swing for the rest of the checks here. I don't see why we wouldn't. This is the perfect opportunity to just clear his security and pretty much be set up for game. If we had... we just hit a bunch of tamers. Bunch of security tamers. Honestly, if we had a hybrid in hand, instead of going into Daruga and Raising, we could have hybrid for game OTK'd right there. So here we go. He raises. He gets the Anjumon out. And he gets to get the Inherited out to bring out Devimon, and then I believe that was a Demi-Marimon in the sources that he could have drew on Trash one. Maybe I'm missing something here. And here we see the Lady Devimon again for the draw and Trash. And tapping the Mirai to get the Anjouwomon out. I think he's realizing he doesn't have what he needs to Jawgris end of turn. That could have helped him. But yeah, and then he just scoops there because what else are we going to do? So on to game 2 now. And my opponent defers and has me go first, which is probably a good move so that way he has extra resources to work with. So that in case he has the Gatomon, he can hard play it without feel like he's passing too much first turn. So we drop the Black Memory Boost, and it is a horrible reveal because we bottom deck 2 Cool Boys. That is a very, very harmful boost for us. And then he just drops the Kari, which both chokes us and ensures that he has 3. So it's a really good start for him. A not so good start for us because of what we did to those Cool Boys. Bottom decking 2 Cool Boys definitely hurts an Alphamon. And then he promotes the Gazimon, which is going to stop us from using our boost anyway. So we try to go into decks to toss to get our blocker, and then we realize, oh wait, we're not going to get that memory back. But it's fine. We want Oreo and Trash anyway. So we're going to use... There's ways to get it back under the stack with Alphamons, but... Yeah, it's... That Gazimon is kind of a problem. And so here we go. We go into the Groudemon, who reveals another Cool Boy. So now we've bottom decked 3 Cool Boys, which is very, very bad for us. In fact, I might only have been running 3 at the time. I know it sounds crazy, but I think I only put 3 Cool Boys at this run, and seeing them all go to the bottom is a very, very bad sign for us. And then on top of that, the only memory gain we have right now is locked because of Gazimon. Now the good thing is the inherited of Groudemon, as long as we go into an alpha, will let us pop something, or will let us pop a 5-cost or less. But seeing that he just hard dropped that level 5, he had to hard drop an Anjouwomon, which means he probably only has 5s and 6s in hands, because he didn't even evolve in Raising. And I mean, I guess naturally he probably wouldn't drop the 4 anyway, but because he wants to keep that Gazi on board. So I think our best course of action here, I see an Oreo in hand, so I think we're gonna have to go with the Oreo. We're gonna lose the Groudemon effect, but Oreo will let us pop a 7-cost or less. And as much as I want to deal with that Gazimon right away, the smart play here is to get... I think about it for a second, because I realize Anjouwomons... At first I target the Gazi, and then I say, hold on. And I think I elect to go with the Anjouwomon because I really feel like he's breaking at this point. And so the best thing to do is to stop him from going to a level 6 too soon. So this slows down his plays a little bit. He finally gets a Rookie in Raising. And he's just seeing how much memory he has. He's asking what the protection is on Oreo, because Oreo only has it for the turn. I'm letting him know that it's only for that 1 turn. So I think he drops another Mirai down, which is choking us to 1. We can't use our boost because of Gazi, which, you know, that's a thing. That's unfortunate. So we have to make decisions here. Now the swing effect only works if we have Alphamon in name. So what we do is we do the X antibody tucked underneath so we can swing and go into the Oryukin mood. So that way when Evo we can pop that Gazi and use our end of turn effect. And he passes and then we see a Flame Hell Scythe, which is so clutch for him because at first he elects the Anjouwomon and then he decides, oh, and I'm going to do Gazimon because he realized I have my end of turn effect to gain memory back, and Gazimon stops that. So we deal with Gazimon, and then Gazimon comes right back out to make sure that we cannot use our end of turn or you can memory gain stuff. So again, we still have to deal with Gazimon. Now we can deal with him next turn because we have Groudemon in the stack, so when we attack it's a 5-cost or less, so we will pop it. But it is so annoying thinking we had it there to keep turn and do some more damage, and then just Gazimon is really good in this matchup. Really, really good in this matchup. So he swings with a Psychmon and surprisingly hits another 3k, so they trade off. When the Gazimon died, he did toss that Lucimon fall down mode, So knowing he has that in the trash could be dangerous. And then he hard plays the Anjuwamon to give us minus security attack. So now we can't really do anything to his security, but we should still be able to attack to deal with that Gazimon, and that way we have end of turn. So he drops another Mirai, so now he's going to be starting his turn with 6 memory as long as he has something on board. So that is kind of nuts. So we go ahead and promote out. We get another, we have a rookie there. We decide to swing. We won't hit security, but we'll be able to use it to pop the Gazi because we have the Groudemon in stack. So that will help unlock some things for us. So maybe we can start building up our other stack. We could still use the end of turn effect from this Alphamon, even though we won't be hurting security. So I think the best thing to do is either drop a search or build that stack that we promoted out, see if it can do some damage. So we pop the boost first so that we can drop our own memory tamer. Okay. And I guess we're missing the level 4 because it looks like we're leaning towards picking up that level 4. Yep, we're taking the level 4. Alright then. And then we Evo, passing him to 1. And then that way we can use our end of a turn effect to put all these various sources to the bottom of the deck. We drop 4 so that we can put ourselves 5 to put ourselves back to 4. Sorry, looking at the wrong thing. Alright, yeah. So we... Oh, 6. We throw 6 sources away to put us back to 5 memory so that we can build up this second stack. So we see the decks there. Now we can toss something to gain the memory back again. Good. Good. So see, this is why that Gazimon was slowing us down so much. Look at how much memory gain and build. This was when Alphamon can really pop off and shine. We're still at 3 memory and we're at a second level 5. We see the Dex. Dex lets us toss something and make it a free Evo. Just kind of crazy what you can get done. And we see the Alphamon come down. Then lets us place something. We place the... This is what we're kind of torn. Yeah, we do place the Oryumon. But because we place something, we get to draw. And that will end the turn and put him all the way up to 6. But if he Evos up, he won't be able to attack thanks to the effect of Alphamon. We don't use Greymon's effect to touch something else. We probably could have or should have, because we probably could have kept turn. And so here he goes into the Mastemon that tosses, and ooh, a Chaos. Yeah, that he definitely wanted to keep that Deg and security, and he tossed it. We lost the Congo, which wouldn't have done much at this point. He didn't have a bunch of little bodies out. And then he gets to play something from trash, and he plays out that cursed Gazimon again. That Gazimon was the bane of this matchup. He was just... I mean, that one turn that he wasn't out, we did so much with. And now here we are. He's staring down what he can do. He decides to swing in. And he shouldn't be able to swing in here because of the effect of Alphamon, if I'm not mistaken. He had the plus security, so those 2 checks shouldn't have even happened because Alphamon doesn't let anything above a level 10 cost, I believe. So I think that was a mistake on my part. But it should be fine because both of as long as if he doesn't deal with one of these stacks, I'm going to be swinging 4 times total here. So he just passes over, essentially conceding the match because we can swing, restand, swing, restand with both stacks. And we go into another Alphamon here for 3 just so that we can pop something. We pop the big stack. I'm not sure why we didn't pop Gazi. Oh, well, there we go. We can pop Gazi there with the effect. Restand, swing, swing here, restand with Oreo. There we go. And there's the game there. Really fun matchup. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you join us next time.